Over your lifetime, you will use your time and effort to amass property, which we can define as your life's work. That property is the value of how you have spent your life, and you have the right to create, grow, protect, manage, and distribute that property. The question becomes, how much of your life's work will you keep? This question can be answered by estate planning. Estate planning isn't just for the wealthy, it's for anyone who wants to protect their assets, plan for incapacity, or direct how their affairs should be handled. Estate planning is the process of organizing and managing your assets during your life and arranging for their orderly transfer upon your death or incapacity. Let's get a better understanding of how it works. Your estate includes everything you own, and it can be broken down into three types of property. Personal properties are physical, tangible assets, or things that you can touch or carry. Examples of tangible property are vehicles, furniture, jewelry, art, collectibles. Real properties are assets like homes and land, and anything permanently attached to them like trees, crops, and garages. Intangible properties are assets that you own but you cannot touch. Examples of these non-physical assets include bank accounts, stocks, bonds, retirement accounts, and business interests. Intellectual property can also be included in this category, and examples include creations of the mind that have legal protections like copyrights, trademarks, patents, and royalties. Appropriate titling of property can help avoid probate, lower taxes, and ensure that assets pass according to your wishes. Over your lifetime, your estate will be subject to a multitude of hazards that will slowly chip away and erode your assets. These hazards include taxes, depreciation, creditors' claims, illness, fees, theft, probate, expenses, inflation, lawsuits, accidents, and disability, to name a few. Your responsibility is to protect your estate from these foreseeable and other unforeseeable events using proper planning and affirmative action. Comprehensive legacy management, a proprietary system of foundation legacy management, involves using tax strategies, insurance, financial accounts, capital acquisition, and legal documents to do so. Let's take a look at each component of the system. Legal documents form the foundation of any estate plan and help you control and distribute your property as you see fit. A will specifies how you pass along your assets at your death and also allows you to name personal representatives to help in that process or name guardians for minors. A trust allows assets to be managed by a trustee for beneficiaries of your choosing and will allow you to avoid a lengthy, expensive probate process while offering you and your family invaluable privacy. A power of attorney authorizes someone of your choosing to manage your affairs if you become incapacitated. There are several types of power of attorneys which can afford the holder of such power authority over financial or medical decisions according to how it's drafted. This benefits you if you're in a position where you cannot make those decisions due to your circumstances. A healthcare directive or living will is not a type of will as we have previously discussed. It specifies your medical care preferences if you're unable to express them yourself. Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act authorization forms are a similar necessity as it lets loved ones access your medical records. Pre- or post-nuptial agreements are important as they allow for a mutual understanding of the assets that will or will not be combined during a marital union. These agreements can clarify who has access, rights, obligations, or entitlement to specified property. Insurance can be used to not only protect the estate and mitigate against foreseeable and unforeseeable risks, but certain types of insurance can be used to grow it as well. Most assets will need some form of insurance protection, but the major tangible assets that must be protected are vehicles, homes, and personal property. The intangible assets include your life's value, income, your death, risk of lawsuit, and your health. Tax planning minimizes estate, income, and capital gains taxes through strategies that utilize the tools provided by IRS rules like deductions, exclusions, exemptions, step-up basis, and credits. Those same rules also allow for benefits using gifting, trusts, and property and business ownership. Financial accounts are necessary for executing transactions, receiving payments, acquiring interest on deposits, and investing for capital gains. Having the proper and most effective types of accounts will maximize your capital assets over your lifetime. How accounts are titled and who is listed as a beneficiary can dictate how the assets are transferred. A basic set of requisite accounts should include a deposit account and a payment account, which are typically checking accounts. Short-term, medium-term, long-term, and investment accounts are also requisite accounts that allow for the full range of fiscal account efficiency. Beneficiary designations on retirement plans, payable on death or transfer on death accounts, and account titling can determine whether assets are subject to probate. Capital acquisition involves creating forms of income, either by active or passive means, and/or by the extension of credit. This can occur through employment, offering products or services, or obtaining loans based upon collateralized property or one's ability to repay them. Collectively, these concepts form the crux of your estate plan. It is vital that you align yourself with or acquire the knowledge of a financial planner, investment advisor, insurance agent, stockbroker, banker, attorney, CPA, real estate agent, and trust officer. Without a solid estate plan, the state's intestacy laws will decide who inherits your assets. Your family may face delays, legal fees, and conflict in probate court. Your assets may be subject to public scrutiny. You may pay more in taxes than necessary. Important decisions about your care or property may be made by someone you didn't choose. Your life's work may also be diminished by any number of aforementioned hazards. You can protect your estate from these risks. With proper planning, you gain control, efficiency, and peace of mind, both for yourself and your loved ones.